Page 15, down in a coal mine. The top of the page, they're talking about transposing. I got real problems with the way they're teaching transposing in these method books. It doesn't hurt you to go through it and have a little fun with it. The idea is you're basically reading finger numbers, and that's why I have a problem with it. I don't want you reading finger numbers. But they're saying right here in this down in a coal mine, you're in G position. If you're reading the finger numbers, you can play those same fingers in C position, and you have in effect transposed it to C major, right here. Type thing. Or you can put it in F position. F position, you haven't had it, actually has a B flat edge. It's the same thing. But all I'm doing is reading finger numbers. I'm not thinking about the notes, and that's why I have a problem with it. I'm not going to get into more transposition, just that's how far they're taking it. You can read about transposition. There are all kinds of videos on YouTube teach you transposition if you want to get into it. If you want to learn to improvise or make up your own music, you need to know transposition. At the bottom of the page, they got a couple new symbols, those little sideways arrows. People get confused on which arrow is which, because one arrow means to get louder, and the other arrow means to get softer. And then what? Crescendo is Italian, it means get louder. Diminuendo is Italian, it means get softer. And I remember them by how I read. I read from left to right. I don't know which way you're going. Left to right. If the arrow starts at a point and the lines get further apart as I'm going to get louder. If the lines on the arrow start apart and they gradually get closer together as I'm reading the music, I'm going to get softer. And that's how I remember. Now, you have to plan them out. That's the problem with these. Look at on this piece in the third line, in the last two measures, or the next to the last measure. You have one of the arrows starts at a point, so we're going to start softer and we're going to get louder. Now, in this case, they're telling you how loud to get, F, forte. A lot of cases, they don't tell you how loud to get. They just tell you to get louder. So, to demonstrate that third line, the last two measures, it would be that. And I'm going to keep going. Each note gets a little louder. Like so. The last line is the other way. I'm loud. I'm going to go down to a medium soft, or mezzo piano, MP. So it's... Each note will get a little bit softer, and you have to experiment on how soft you want each note to get, or you will get loud and soft too soon. For instance, in the last line, if I want to go down to a soft and I'm not careful about it, I can be soft within a couple of notes. That's too soon. We want to space it out. It takes some experimenting on that. It takes a feel. And that's the little arrows. And they can be long arrows. They can span several measures, or they can span just a note or two. Well, it's not one note, no point, but they can just a couple of notes or whatever. Now, there is one other thing I want to point out in these videos as I do these. Since I am not performing it for you, I usually don't do the dynamics. I play them, all of them about the same, because I need you to hear them. You can do the dynamics, because you have to decide how loud is, or how soft is yourself. I can't do it for you. You do the dynamics on your own. Let's try this down in a coal mine. It's in 3/4 times, so we're going to count to 3. How fast? We're going to go slow. You can speed it up on your own. Don't worry about that. It is in G major position because it's in the key of G. Well, that's not true. It's in G major, got one sharp in the key signature again, and we are still in a G position. We don't have any F's in this piece yet, so we're not going to worry about F sharps. If there were F's, they would be F sharps. So, 3 counts. Now let's play this together. Put your hands in G position. 1, ready, go. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, off.